Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this Senix 4-cycle 46cc chainsaw that I bought. I bought this from a Tractor Supply Company, and now I have not had the opportunity to actually put it to a real test because, as you can see down here, we are having a major problem with the bar and chain oil just kind of spewing out of it. And no, I have not actually put this thing under any load as far as cutting wood. As a matter of fact, it's only ran for about 5 minutes, and I was having some serious issues with the pull handle coming out. I actually had to do a kind of a makeshift replacement of my own on the pull handle. It's still plastic. That's not a big deal, but kind of getting into this too, what I want to talk about is the bar and the chain on my particular model, which is a 16-inch bar. And usually, like on Amazon, I know they have like the 18-inch bar, but a lot of people I have seen, because I was looking for the same information myself, like, well, what size chain do I get? Well, let me help you understand this. Hopefully this will help you understand this. Oh, my little shop area is such a mess right here. Pardon me. It's like a fishing expedition, everything going on out here. But it does not exactly tell you in the manual exactly what to get. Okay? But what you have to pay attention to, these two areas I outlined right here, the saw chain model and the guide bar model, are both Oregon. Now, if you look up the exact number, say on Amazon, for your guide bar model, it will tell you how many links your chain should be for that particular guide model. Looking up the saw chain model, I could not actually find the saw chain model on Amazon. I probably could, somewhere else, but just to give you a quick reference note, for the 16-inch bar, it is a 56 link saw chain. Now, something else I want to talk about too, if you buy one of these chainsaws, and I think this is going to apply to whether you get the 46cc, which I have, or the slightly bigger one, the 18-inch one, you want to adjust your valves, the valve lash. Definitely. I did this on this machine already. I had a previous video on that, but you want to just make sure you have a base of 0.006. You're going to have a feeler gauge for that. And make sure you also check your spark plug. I did not check my spark plug the first time, and I did come back into the unit and check the spark plug, and the gap was actually, a pretty reasonable amount lower than 0.027 at least. And I base this kind of on my other equipment that I've had and I've used. It just seemed a little bit too small. But the actual runtime I've had on this, should not equate to this type of bar and chain oil leaking out of the unit. And fortunately, really good customer support. I bought this from Tractor Supply Company. I mean, look at that. There's already a new leak right there. But if you look up under here, I don't know if you can see this, but I understand there's going to be some bar and chain oil that always leaks out a little bit on any chainsaw. But there's a difference between a little bit and a constant, complete drenching that is taking place. And when I contacted Tractor Supply Company about this, they felt there was a defect in the unit. They are sending me a brand new unit, a brand new saw, identical to this one, free of charge. And they're paying the complete shipping and handling and everything back of this existing unit. So we're going to kind of see what happens there. So yeah, I'm really happy with the support, the customer service that I did receive from Tractor Supply Company on this. You know, I've seen a lot of other videos. You know, I know this chainsaw gets a lot of bad press and whatnot, you know, and understandably so. I'm not some professional, you know, arbor individual or log cutting individual. This is strictly kind of just around, you know, the home front doing stuff. But any time that I've owned a regular, you know, 2-cycle, you know, your gas and oil mixture type of chainsaw, or hell, even any other type of yard equipment, you know, your blowers, your weed eaters. It seems like after one season they go to hell. And it's not that I don't know how to take care of them. I do know how to take care of them. You know, when I know they're going to be in a resting type of position, say when it's colder outside, I drain all the gas out of them. I make sure I start them. I run everything, you know, really clean. You know, the gas, before I mix it with oil, you know, I use the gas stabilizer in there. And of course, I pay attention to the age of it. And the age of the gasoline, everything's always fresh. And every time, without fail, you know, 1, maybe 2 seasons in, the whole thing just goes, you know, shit upside down. And, you know, I'm tired of spending, you know, I don't care if it's cheap, you know, $89, $100, $120 for something I only have to turn around and replace it every other goddamn season. You know, I really get annoyed with that shit. You know, I bought a Ryobi 4-cycle edger, and that thing, last 2 seasons, I spent some good money for it. That thing has been a powerhouse, doing beautiful. You know, I know a lot of people say, oh, well, you're cutting back half your power or output, you know, having the 4-cycle motor. But I don't do big jobs. You know, if I had a 2-cycle high dollar chainsaw and I was using it, you know, like frequently or every week, I can understand it. Excuse me. Gosh. You know, I still got some gas fumes out here. I was draining all the fluids out of this today. You know, I don't want to waste my gas and all the bar chain oil I put in here, you know, that hasn't leaked out yet before I ship it back. But yeah, that is how you actually find the size of your chain on this unit. But if you're going to buy the Senix 4-cycle chainsaw, just be aware of that when it comes to your valves and your spark plug. Make sure you have it lubricated adequately, and don't try to go whole hog when you're pulling your starter thing. You know, when you have it on the ground, you got your foot right down here. You know, pull this thing slow when you're going to start it, because man, this thing hits a compression stroke, it'll break your arm. Stories, it can break the pull cord, you know, screw up the handle. You know, it did on mine too. You want to be really careful with that. So other than that, hope you guys keep them safe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.